you ever feel conflicted? I mean, you're old school, right? You grew up in the 70s, 80s, whatever, but
Right.
do you feel conflicted in society we live in today, which is becoming more, I guess, it's way more politically correct than it used to be. So the methods are changing of how to deal with kids, how to deal with bullies versus how it used to be handled. Do you ever feel conflicted living in the world today versus when you were growing up?
Absolutely. Every day. Every day. You know, you watch these fucking movie stars who have no business telling me who I should vote for. I'm not going to lie, I'm a Trump guy. I'm sick of people saying...
Remember that. Last time we spoke actually was during the election.
It was, right? I want to see how, if Trump is a racist. I want you to prove it to me. How is he a racist? Oh, he's a Nazi. He's a Nazi. He's another Adolf Hitler. Really? Well, let's see. His daughter is an Orthodox Jew, okay, Ivanka, who he loves. I mean, he almost makes it no bones about it. That's his prodigal child. He loves his daughter Ivanka. She's an Orthodox Jew. She keeps a kosher household. So, and his little kids, his grandkids, go on Air Force One and they got the little yarmulkes on. So I guess he's the only Jew-loving Nazi to ever live. You know, I'm so sick of it. I don't care. You don't have to listen. I didn't like Barack Obama. That has nothing to do with his skin color. My kids are part black. You know what I'm saying? And it's to do with his policies and the way I feel. You know, look at all this shit going on today. You know what I mean? You know, cops, you know, what do we want? Fry them like pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon, kill cops, all this other shit. It's out of control, you know, spit on the soldiers. You know, my son was up in Albany with Trump and they spit on him. They were spitting on my son. My son was, you know, intelligence with the army, and then now he's NSA.
The demonstrators spit on him?
They spit on the soldiers.
The demonstrators?
Yeah. The demonstrators were spitting on the soldiers. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to sit here and give a whole Trump rant, right. But what's happening today is, listen, Matt Crook, you're not a girl, okay? You're not a girl. You know, you're gender fluid. There's no such thing as gender fluid. You're either a guy or girl, or you have a fetish, you know what I mean? You know, that I think that going too far. You know what I mean? Like Bruce Jenner, I think that that's a fetish going too far. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't, at 68 years old, when you've had all this money, you got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Nothing stopping you. Why didn't you transgender when you were 25? Why not 30? Why not 35? Why not 40? Why not 45? Why not 50? Why all of a sudden now? Why, you know, you're 68 years old and then you're going to win Woman of the Year? Why are you winning Woman of the Year? Who the f*** is a genius that thought that up? That's a society, but the society, you know, the movie stars that we all watch on TV, the Robert De Niro's, Woman of the Year. What is he, Mother Teresa? Did he cure cancer? Did he go over there and help, you know, excuse me, Shay, listen, I believe in there are transgenders. I have one in my family. I'm going to tell you right now, I have gay, black, I have all my children are part black. Their grandfather's black on the mother's side, okay? I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care if you're from friggin' Saudi Arabia or wherever, and you hate America, you know, if you hate Americans, I don't like that. But I'm saying, like, I don't think that every Muslim wants to cut a person's head off. You know what I mean? Cut our head off. I don't believe that every black person wants to rob your house. I don't believe that. My girlfriend's Mexican. She's a Trump supporter. You know what I mean? Look, you got to have borders in anywhere, in any country. You can't just let people run amok and do whatever they want. The inmates run the asylum. Today I want to be a girl. I'm going to go down to Motor Vehicle Bureau, put X there, so I'm X. You can't do that. You can be a transgendered woman, but you're not a woman. You know what I mean? You're not a genetic woman. You can't. You're either born male or you're born female. That's it. Okay. Now, I'm all for transgenders. I know 1 million of them. You know what I mean? I'm friends with them. I know. You know.
But it is being accepted in a. Yeah. So what do you think everything is heading into the future?
There's different. Wait a minute now. Follow me on this. Maybe you'll like this. The transgenders I know, that we go in a nightclub and shit like that, and they're in there, and you know, I just saw one out on the street when I was walking over here. They're from when they were young, you know what I mean? They've been taking hormones and the whole bit, and you know, they've grown into a transgendered woman. Okay? But the Bruce Jenners and the Zoes, you know, and the one that goes in the game thing, Zoe's the one that threatened Ben Shapiro, said, I'm gonna put you in a you won't fuck with me again. You know, remember, I don't know if you saw that. And people out here will know what I'm talking about. The one that had to fight with Bruce Jenner. Salute! And then you have, follow where I'm gonna go with this. I think you might like this. Follow me. You got Bruce Jenner, and then you got, you know, even Matt Crux and people like that. Okay, those to me are not transgendered women. They're the equivalent of when you see these synthol guys. These guys are all oil. You know what? If that's what somebody wants to do, I'm not against it. I'm telling the camera, I am not against that. If those synthol guys want to walk around in Brazil looking like that, that's fine. But that doesn't make them a bodybuilder. Do you understand? Just because a guy, wants to wear high heels, and now I'm a woman after 68 years. If that's what you want to do, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to tell anybody what they want to do with themselves. But you don't have to shove that up my and tell me that no, you're gonna see me as a woman and only a woman. I'll see you as a transgendered woman, but I don't put you in the same class with the ones that I know.
But maybe her excuse is that for many years he was not able to express himself because it wasn't accepted, and now it's accepted, he was able to do it.
Well, how come? So I understand that, but that's not a valid excuse for me. That's BS. Bruce Jenner had millions of dollars. He could have done it. I believe that a lot of guys have. My friend has a brother that did that. He transgendered, then he transgendered back to being a guy, and then he tried to cut his off, so he transgendered again. I mean, he did all this. It's disorder. I believe it's a cross-dressing fetish gone too far. Not with all of them, okay? There are some, like that little kid, I Am Jazz, even though, I consider her, she's in the transgendered category, but she's in a different category. She's like the bodybuilder and that works out and takes steroids and everything. Right. And Bruce Jenner to me is in the synthol Brazil guys. He's in that category. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe they're, but the problem is, the other problem we have in this country is parents are nuts. Okay, because that little kid, that little I Am Jazz, there's pictures of her at 1 year old, and she was already dressed, and her father was holding her arms up like this so he could walk with her, like, you know what I mean? And I say to myself, what 1 year old knows well, I want to be a girl. You don't even know what that means. Just because you watch TV, if you watch Dora Explorer, say, I want to be like her, that doesn't mean anything, okay? Because when I was a kid, I didn't know that my sister didn't have a so if you would have said to me, I didn't know. My parents didn't even bathe us together. My father was like, no, we don't do that in this house. My sister's only 10 months younger than me. If you would have said to me, if I would have said to you, what's the difference between boys and girls? When you were like 4 years old, maybe you would have been like me, would say, girls got long hair and play with dolls. That's what I would have said, right? I didn't say, well, girls have a vagina, and girls like this, and girls like that. It doesn't mean anything like that. You have to if nature is going to take its course, and this is, I know people are going to go nuts with this one, but the people I think that are truly transgender have almost like a woman's soul in them. I know you may say, oh, come on, now you're saying two different things. No, I'm saying to you, I think there are certain people that are been born that way and that have this in them, but they can't stop it. It's going to come out. It's not going to come out when they're 60. It's going to come out when they're younger. That with this 60-year-old shit is, I believe, guys who like to prance around in high heels. I think that's a different story. The only good props I will give Matt Crux is that at least he's not trying to compete against women, because I heard he's going in a bodybuilding show.
That's a big subject nowadays.
Yes,
you have transgender women that compete in the powerlifting competitions and win.
Wrong. You against it? Absolutely wrong. First of all, do you ever see what some of them guys look like? You wouldn't even, that's not a woman, that's a straight up guy. You know what I mean? First of all. Second of all, you want to do that shit? Look at Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox, the MMA fighter, was an average to below average fighter as a guy, getting his ass kicked. Goes transgendered, now he's cracking girls' skulls. Listen to me. There's a physical difference between male and female, even their skeletons and everything else are done. If you had the most gorgeous, I can show you transgender girls that you would say, dude, I gotta be honest with you. I mean, if it doesn't have a I would date that. You know what I mean? You would not believe how gorgeous they are. But if there was a fire and all the flesh burnt off you, and a coroner came in, they'd say, yep, that's a skeleton of a male. That's what they would say. They can tell. There's a difference between a male and a female. Okay, we find skeletons now that are 4,000 years old. That's a male, that's a female.
So what should they do? The people that are transgender, should they have a different league?
Yep, it's a no-brainer.
Different league.
It's a no-brainer.
For transgenders.
Right. It's a no-brainer. Well, I mean, come on, guys. Who hasn't thought of that? Who hasn't thought of that, though? I mean, Joe Rogan says it all the time. You want Fallon Fox to fight? Sure. Find other guys like him and or girl. Sorry, I know I say if you want to I'll call you a girl, but you're a transgender girl.
But now somebody has to go and create a league or.
Let them create it. They create everything else. Everything else is equal rights. Well, I want all this other bullshit. Listen, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care about any of that stuff. I have gay in my family. I have lesbian in my family. I don't give a shit. It means nothing to me what you do sexually. It's what's in your heart, But today, the society and the way they're shoving shit up your ass, and I think a lot of these kids that are little transgenders are being made that way by their parents. You know what I mean? Little Johnny says that he wants to play with dolls. I think we have a daughter. Like, what's her name said that recently? What's that actress name? The blonde, real popular. She was in, she's super famous. Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron recently put out a tweet or something. I think she got a 6 or 7-year-old boy. And she said he was in the bathtub. And she said, he said to me, Mommy, I'm a girl. And she said, oh my God. I all along I thought I had a son, but now I have a daughter. Get the f*** out of here, you sick f***. That's sick. Is sick. So just because they say that, what if he says the next day, no, I'm kidding, I want to be a boy. You know what I mean? You can't. Listen.
There's actually a new thing called gender neutral. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, of course.
That means you're not a man or a woman.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to listen, I'm going to tell you.
It's a real thing.
I'm going to tell. No, I know that. No, I'm not saying you're full of shit. I'm saying come on, listen. If you want to do that, if you want to call yourself an alien or a gender neutral, if you want to go get leopard things and split your tongue like this and have a snake face or a lizard have those horns planted on your head, if you want to do that, I got no problem with that. That's you. If you want to walk around and tell everybody, I'm neither male or a female, good for you. But what do you have to tell me? You don't have to shove that. I don't have to sit and say, well, gee, I better watch what I say in front of you because you don't give two shits about what you say in front of us, right? Right? Us, the white male is there. There's no such thing as white privilege and all that shit that they're punching. It's economic privilege. It's economic privilege. Do you see the bullshit with with that girl with the Felicity Huffman or whatever her name is, Huffman? The college
scandal, right?
The college scandal, and then this black woman, she did the same thing, and she went to jail for 5 years, and Felicity Huffman got 15 days. Let me ask you a question. That's not because she's white. That's economic privilege. Because if it happened with Beyonce, she would get she wouldn't even get 15 days. She would get nada. They're not going to put Beyonce in jail. Let's just face it. And it doesn't matter. I'm sick of people talking about the color of people's skin. I love everybody. I don't give. Again. My cousin's married to a Muslim girl. She's a doctor. My girlfriend's Mexican. I try to get her back over the border with her mother, but I can't. They keep coming back. But I'm just saying to you, it's out of control today, and I just feel that, it's.
So you probably clash a lot online with your followers, right?
Did
you get into debates?
I'm going to after this because you know why? Because I try not to get too political. I try not to get too, because you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. No matter what you say, I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. Again, we'll bring Matt Crook back. I have nothing against the man. Okay, I think if he wants to say I'm gender fluid, which he says supposedly, that's okay. If he wants to do that, that's okay. I support him. You know what I mean? Just but you don't have to shove that up my. You're not going to tell me that. I'm a female. If you're not, you're either female or male. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Your gender identity. If you want to call yourself something else, that's God bless you. I'm down with it. You're a transgendered woman. But if you're sitting here one day telling me I'm a woman today, and tomorrow I'm a guy again, you're a mess. You're a mess. It's only
some people are confused.
Human beings are that way. You don't see a male bear walking around, or a big giant lion on the prairie go, I'm a female lion now. The male lions would eat them. They rip them apart. The female lions would fuck them up. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is only in the human species, and this is something that's only new. Again, I'm not against transgenders. I love them. I have them in my family. You know, I have many friends that, but there's a difference between a real transgendered woman and these messes. It's just like there's a difference between a Kai Green and that Synthol guy with those nice big tits and shit that stands around in Brazil, you know, with the fucking golf balls and, you know what I mean? I just want to know, how do we know you're natural? Kai Green was natural. When I met him, was fucking natural. I was natural, and I was cocky because I beat guys on juice, and I was like, yeah, I'm natural. And then when I saw him, I was like this. I couldn't fucking believe it. His back was so fucking thick. And he had, you know, I had legs too. I always had legs. But he had...
So there's genetical phenoms out there.
Right.